fits. Probably fits.
Oh, yeah, that'll do.
So, it's funny. He sends me an email Craig, independent of anything you did. He's like, oh, I just realized, because he had to go back in and watch the games to get the stats. So he's like, I realized I should have been sending you the roster. I'm like, great. So he sent it last night, he sent it this morning, and I replied back. And I replied to that, great. I really need something like this that's bigger for what I do.
So he sent me that version that I sent you.
So what he did, he goes, oh yeah, I usually put 2 teams on one team. That's not what I want because we switch ends. So at some point today, I said, would you mind if I just got the Excel so I can blow up the part that I need? He won't do it.
He won't send it to me either.
He won't do it.
I would think that we would have this process figured out after 8 years. Every day.
It's a fire drill.
We good? Good evening and welcome to Braemar Arena. This is John Conley here for Week 3 of the Beauty League. It is the last Wednesday night only week. We go from Wednesday. Next week we double up Mondays and Wednesdays. Same bat time, but different dates. They'll go 2-a-days until the final of the 11 Beauty League outings. It's year 8 of DBL action. We've got as always, great trio of games on tap. We've got Minnesota and Tradition leading us off. It's Tradition over to my left in white. In goal, Casimir Kaskasuo. On defense, James Maroney, Aaron Ness, Wyatt Kaiser, and Grant Doctor. Up front, Tyler Sheehy, Ben Copeland, Tyler Vessel, Jason Zucker, Connor Kurth, Ben Meyers. Our public address announcer, Jim Carroll, read off before the game. Last DBL action of the season for Jason Zucker. He will head off to Arizona shortly. But to my right for Minnesota in goal, Jared Moe. On defense, Ryan McDonagh. Haven't seen him yet this year in DBL action. He is a phenomenal player. A lot of experience on that back line. Dylan Sandberg, NHL player with Winnipeg. Ryan Lindgren, NHL player with the Rangers. And Carl Fish. Up front, Kyle Rao, Tyler Pitlick, Tristan Brose, Grant Mismash, Anders Lee, and Ryan Sandelin. We're going to pause for the national anthem in just a moment, and then we'll get around to the drop of the puck. First of 3, thank you for joining us here on Flow Sports. I want to tell you, when I got into the building, big long line, everybody's in the lobby trying to get some of that gorgeous DBL merch. So if you're here, you've seen it. If you've come to the rink before, but a lot of people watching online have not had the opportunity because they live out of area to catch DBL action here at Braemar Arena. Have no fear, you're not shut out. Go to the league's website, thebeautyleague.com, a retail store online. Pop the stuff into your cart. It is very, very, very appealing, let's say. It's the modern styles, what the kids want to wear. A lot of adults like some of the Beauty League clothing. So you can go give it a shot. thebeautyleague.com is the website. When you fish around, you're going to see, we got a celebrity guest behind the goal. We'll talk more about that as we get a little deeper into the game. When you go to the Beauty League website, you can pull up scores. You can look at the schedule. You can even buy tickets. Take a moment and look at the merchandise as well. We're going to pause for the national anthem. And then we'll have the drop of the puck. First of 3, Minnesota versus Tradition. Folks, this is week 3, third game of the season, and if you're unfamiliar with Beauty League action, the intensity doesn't seem to change much week to week, but it does go up in slight increments. And before you know it, we get to the latter part of the season, and it's heated. So one of the things is the number of rostered players. The NHL players trying to get ready for training camp, they don't want 9, 10. They want 8 guys. They want to get a lot of ice time. So we see 9 players dressed for Minnesota and 10 for tradition. As we get a little deeper, don't be surprised if we see some of these teams going with just 8 skaters. Face-off controlled by Minnesota. Lindgren counter move. Down there for the breakup is Zucker. Can't get a stick on it. Now a stretch pass up ice, a little too far for Lindgren. Back behind the goal, this is Kaskasuo. Tradition breaking it up ice, slaloming through the center of the rink with a short backhand pass. Kaisers is knocked down, ends up on the stick of Zucker. He tries a nice soft toss down for Kaiser. He turns to his forehand in the corner, left-hand shot, rolls out back. Zucker across the blue line. Aaron Ness, known for those skating skills. And shot from a wide angle. This one wraps all the way out. They break it out of the zone themselves and have to regroup back behind the Tradition goal. Kaskasuo puts it onto the stick. This is Zucker. He trolls it up the left-hand side. Patiently working, runs into Sandelin. Puck turns over. Nobody home for the breakout pass. Ness holds the zone, bouncing puck. This one's gathered up eventually by Tristan Brose. He's got that red helmet. It's actually a little bit maroon, and that's because he plays for the University of Denver. Some of the other red helmet guys you see, they're playing for Harvard University outside of Boston in New England. Ben Copeland over to Kaiser. He can't quite pull that move off, and the puck poked away. Up comes Minnesota the other way. Sandberg, zone entry, right-hand side. This is Kyle Rao. Standing here in Edina. He's from neighboring Eden Prairie. Outstanding high school and college career for the Eden Prairie Eagles and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Breaking up the left-hand or right-hand side. They go across ice. Copeland, zone entry. He tries a saucer pass down low for the finish. And Marooney, no, who was that? Give me a number here. Yeah, that is Marooney. So, yeah, it is Marooney. Thought I didn't see him on my right. The rosters for the record, they changed twice in the last day. I got one last night, got one this morning, and then final revision this afternoon. So trying to get settled in on who's wearing what. Honors lead left-hand side. Into McDonagh. He fires a shot, rattles the crossbar. Play continues. No scores yet. Vessel, saucer pass. That one goes through the slot area, a little bit in front of Ben Copeland, down into the corner, and Grant Doctor's going to roll out to the neutral zone, regroup, plays Ness. Ness over to Connor Kurth, made his Beauty League debut last week. This is his second night. He's the USA Hockey National Junior Player of the Year from 2022, just coming off of a freshman year with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Ryan McDonagh. Slowly, zone entry, backhand. Pass does not connect, and now it's Kurth the other way. Surveys the situation, buys some time. Back pass over to Ness, and now they're going to work it up ice forward onto the stick of Wyatt Kaiser. Kaiser fakes the shot, fakes the pass. Plays over to Kurth, who's going to leave it for Ness. Ness overlaps him. Shot down low. The tip doesn't work, and it's cleared outside the zone. Great play broken up by Minnesota. Kaskasuo. Passes to Ness, goes past him. Kaiser dumps it back into his end. This is Ness out of his corner. Up ice, Kurth rolls off of his stick. Sandberg on the counter move. He plays Pitlick. Sandberg runs into static at the blue line. So we've got Sandelin wearing 33, Sandberg wearing 28. I will be careful to make sure I get the enunciation to hopefully get the right player as they play the puck. This is Kaiser. He rolls back in. Those players switch. 3/4 of a line change here for Tradition. Got some fresh legs. Right-hand side is Zucker. Right up the middle, this is Marooney. And a shot, Ticklin Twine! That is a beauty from Ben Meyers. He goes upstairs, gets it past Jared Moe. Ben Meyers gets Tradition a early lead, 1-0. We are 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the opening half. Ben Meyers is an interesting player. He had a wonderful college career for the University of Minnesota. He hails from Delano, Minnesota, and it is a small town, but what a hockey community. They had 2 players in the Olympics. They've had another player that was a finalist for the Hobie Baker Award. There's just a lot of great players that have come out of the small town of Delano, and Ben Meyers is not the only one. And a beautiful goal there to get the thing started here for tradition in the Beauty League. Zucker has it poked away by Mismash. And Zucker pokes it down. Meyers out of the corner. Mismatch can't get that one past Maroney on the point. Helped out by Bros. And eventually Rose wins possession. Short pass plays over to Lindgren. Ryan Lindgren. Into Bros. One last pass to Mismatch. Goalie down. And Bros couldn't get it up over the fallen goaltender. What a save by Kaskasuo. Bros patient. He's got that Denver helmet. He won one-time Gopher. He played for the Minnesota Gophers and transferred after his freshman year. Played last year for Denver. And this one goes just wide of the mark. McDonagh had wiggled his way into the slot area. Mismatch on the point. Holds the zone. Bros. Mismatch can't get the puck settled. Bounces away from him, but Lindgren holds on, and now he swings slowly behind the goal on his forehand. He rolls it out top to Ryan McDonagh. McDonagh, one-time Canadian, one-time Lightning player. He's got the pants on for the Nashville Predators. Maroney. Zucker. And shot goes wide. So Maroney used to play his college hockey for Ohio State, listed at St. Thomas. Now a lot of players from the Twin City Metro opting to transfer in, and won't be long before St. Thomas as one of the upper-level college teams in the eyes of many. That shot hits the post. Quick on the rebound with the cover is Mo, and the rare Beauty League faceoff comes to his right. So I don't know if our cameras are picking this up, but behind Mo, behind goaltender Jared Moe, are a team of youth hockey players. We'll talk more about that as we get a little deeper. They were introduced before the game started. Copeland, Kaiser. He brings it up ice. Red line, blue line, puts on the brakes, pause, rolls out to the half wall. Pass doesn't get through. Sandelin, he plays Sandberg. And now they break out in front of the benches. Minnesota, Pitlick tries a backhand pass to Lee, but Ness breaks it up. And now Vessel on the zone entry. Little hesitation move there. He plays Copeland, knifing his way into the slot. No backhand shot coming. He gets the goaltender down, tries to bank it in off the back of his leg. Couldn't quite pull it off, but what a play by Ben Copeland. Continuing to keep that puck on his stick through traffic in the dirty areas. Vessel wins the, I thought he won the draw, and then next thing you know, one of the players for Minnesota got a stick on it. Sandberg stood up at the blue line. This is Lee. Anders Lee played high school hockey in this building for the Edina Hornets. Pitlick. So it's interesting. Anders Lee on a Beauty League team with Ryan McDonagh. This is Lee. Both have been captains in the NHL, and the interesting part is not just outstanding hockey players. They were high school football standouts. Lee, quarterback, and I know McDonagh played defense. I'm assuming linebacker, but don't quote me on that. But he played his high school football for Cretin-Durham Hall and won a state high school hockey championship the same season. Rolled out by tradition to the blue line. Looking for a tip down low. Kurth got a stick on it, but Mo makes the save. Sheehy plays it over to Maroney. Kurth down in the slot. This one's played back. Maroney Sheehy. Kurth, one-timer. Big pad save by Moe. And a breakout up ice. It's Lindgren. Semi-breakaway. Marooney back checking. He shovel shot up into the near side top corner. Glove save made by Kaskasuo. It's still 1-0. Marooney plays Sheehy. Sheehy, zone entry. Works his way down in the corner. McDonagh. Short pass Lee. Kurth. Lee comes up left-hand side. Gains the blue line. Little pass down low from his backhand. That's broken up. Kaiser comes up the other way. Zone entry. Waiting for Kurth. Still has the puck on his stick. Wiggles free from Bros. Down into the slot area. Past one man Zucker over to Ness, and they couldn't quite get separated from each other. Kurth fans on the shot, fan on the pass, and then try to stuff shot. Nice save made by Moe, and this is Lindgren. McDonagh goes off for the line change. Bros works his way up ice. Gains the blue line. Top of the circle. Swings wide. Gets down to the goal line, and pass does not connect. Up ice is Meyers. Sandelin plays Rao. Back to Sandelin. Sandberg, he takes a quick shot. Glove save, Kaskasuo. 12 minutes to go in this 23-minute opening half. Coming up on the midpoint of the first half, the first quarter in the books, if you will. Kaiser, Meyers, faking the shot, Ness. Retrieves the puck. Sandberg, snap pass. On the bounce, mismatch, semi-breakaway. He goes high. Nice save by Kaskasuo. Mismatch down to Bros. Up and under the bar, Tristan Bros. What a beautiful goal. He ties the game. Beautiful pass, elevator up, over the shoulder, under the bar. We're tied, 1-1. So mismatch and Sandberg assisting on the goal by Tristan Bros. This is mismatch. Short pass, stolen. And now a breakout the other way, Ben Meyers. He's got Zucker tracking toward the goal. Saucer pass, that was just a little soft toss for him to run up under, but one of the Minnesota players got a stick on it, deflected the puck away. Zone entry. Nice play. Good job by Grant Doctor to break it up. This is Ben Meyers. Pulls behind his legs, goaltender down. Nobody home in the slot area, however, and a nice breakup from defenseman Ryan Lindgren. Exit pass, Pitlick. Blue line, red line. He gains the blue line. Drop pass to McDonagh. McDonagh knifing his way into traffic. Can't quite get free. Keeps the puck, however. A little flyby, and then works the perimeter. Lindgren down to Lee. Back to Lindgren. With these NHL players, my best chance to catch a player identification is usually the mitts. Honors Lee at those New York Islanders mitts in this game. McDonagh. A little bit of yellow on the darker blue. I wouldn't say it's quite navy, it's just a darker blue. That's Nashville. Some of the college players that are easily identifiable with the color of their hat. A lot of these NHL teams have gone to a white helmet so they can get a sponsor's logo. Rao, left-hand side. He goes rink wide, back to Rao. He's got Lee in the slot calling for it. And a one-timer buried by Ryan McDonagh. McDirty's more like it. That is a beautiful goal, and Minnesota takes the lead. 8:45 to go in the opening half. So we are going to play 2 halves. They're 23 minutes each. Each goal counts for 1, except if this is your first time watching DBL action. Let me tell you about Zahat Puck, sponsored by Bernatello's Pizza. Lee pulls it back into his end. All right, back to the action. So, got a couple things lingering that I'll get to. The kids behind the goal with Mo. And also want to talk about Zaha Puck. Jesse Pierce in the house. A lot of NHL journalism from her. She does a great job covering Minnesota Wild and other hockey-related items here in Minnesota. Lee, Rao, top of the circle. Back to Lee. Puck poked away. Copeland and Ness. Good job defensively. Got 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go, and there's a nice quick shot by Ryan Sandelin. Kaskasuo up to the task. He makes the save. So I mentioned goals count as 1 with an exception. When we get to the latter stages of the game usually, sometimes they do it sooner, each coach has a goal light on their bench, and if they flip the switch for the next 2 minutes, any goals their team scores will count double. So let's say you fell behind 7-3 and you gained the zone. If the coach flipped the switch and they scored, it would count and cut the margin from 7-3 to 7-5. It would count double. So it's a great way to keep the games interesting, no matter the margin, as we get into the latter stages. And I'll let you know if I see the coaches. Right now, they're not standing anywhere near the lamp. So we know they're not about to flip the switch. But as we get a little deeper, we'll see them cheat over there, maybe get their arm up and have an idea when it's coming. I did have a game the first week where they both waited till there was 2 minutes left in the game, so it was the very, very end, and both teams had the hot puck session for the final 2 minutes. Rose plays mismatch. Sandelin into the slot area. Sam Berg, no shot coming. He rolls out, plays Bros. Out top, Sandelin knifes around Kurth, down low, broken up, and we're headed the other way. Tyler Sheehy, Kurth flying up that left-hand side, over, trying to pull the puck to his forehand, couldn't quite get it past the poke check of Jared Moe. And Minnesota with the breakout. Sandberg took the pass from Sandelin, I'm sorry. Now he's trying to find an option in the neutral zone. He hits Lindgren. Puck stolen and now headed the other way. Meyers trying to stay onside is Kaiser. They do. Play continues. Meyers pokes it back to Aaron Ness. Stretch pass came in waist high. Hard for Meyers to get control of, and that forces Moe to come out of his goal, make the play, and that starts the breakout here for Minnesota. Pitlick gets around Kaiser, but the pass doesn't connect. He lost his footing. This allows tradition zone entry, and there's a pass from Ness that hit Kaiser right in the stomach like a Pillsbury Doughboy. A dated reference, I suppose. Up ice, Pitlick. He's got McDonagh in the slot. He's going to shoot this one in. A glove save by Kaskasuo. Thinks he's got it somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's under the other leg. Kaskasuo knew he had it, but he thought it was under a different leg. So I want to, at some point as we get into the second half, we'll probably get the camera to take a look behind the goal if the kids reassemble. There's a youth hockey team in here that represented the state of Minnesota in a big annual summer tournament for 10-year-olds called the Brick. And Brick's been around. Oh, one-timer there from Meyers. Hits the side of the goal and goes just wide. The Brick is a furniture store in Canada. And for a long time, I want to say 40 years probably, they've sponsored a hockey event for elite 10-year-olds. They tried initially one team from each province, and as it's grown, there's teams from everywhere that hockey's played. So Michigan, New England. Stretch pass, McDonagh, top of the circle, up under the bar. Oh, blow a kiss, fire a gun. That's a major laser. He shot early before the goalie could get set and found a little bit of room under the bar. McDonagh. McDirty, that's two of them, right? He's working on the hat trick. I got too many thoughts out there. Well, more on him later. More on what we just saw later. But anyway, so the team Minnesota from the Brick, they're here. They're wearing the Brick jerseys. Bunch of 10-year-olds running around. They got to be proud of what they accomplished. They were runners-up. They had a 7-4 championship game, but it was 5-4 late, gave up a couple empty netters. So they were in it till the bitter end. And I think there's about 14 teams that play in the tournament, maybe 16. It's a big tournament. And Minnesota's been runner-up before. They've never won. That's how strong the competition is. And these kids, they called them the cardiac kids because they kept winning in comeback fashion with some thrillers, some overtime games, and made a great run. And now they're being recognized tonight coming to the game, Beauty League, as a group. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Steele, Copeland off to the races. He's got Bros trailing. Copeland denied. Huge save by Mo. And the visible frustration from Ben Copeland as he coasts back into the neutral zone. Face-off comes to the left of Mo. Rare face-off. We don't have many. We've already had at least two this game. Honors Lee in the face-off circle. Sandelin plays back to Sam Berg. Stretch pass, bounced up ice, mismatch. He's got Lee trailing. Pass never comes, and it's broken up. Now out to the neutral zone. This is Vessel. His pass over to Copeland, who gains the zone, swings to his forehand. Next one does not connect, and eventually bounces back. Doctor going for the finish. Whoop, whoop. Nice save by Mo. Sandberg with 1.5 minutes to go. Works out of the corner, plays it out to Lee in the neutral zone. At the red line. Up ice, mismatch, hits him in the heel of the skate. He loses possession, has to tag up back on sides. That allows Copeland to get the puck gathered. And he works it across the red line into the attacking zone. Just over 1 minute to go in the half. Down low, Vessel denied. Huge save, Mo. Jim Carroll, our public address announcer, tells us there's 1 minute remaining in the half. This is McDonagh, gains the zone. Lindgren left side, mismatch trailing. Mismatch now gets puck passed to him. He comes down at about the face-off dot, took the shot. Another save for Kaskasuo. 3-1 is the score. They once trailed 1-0, but it's been 3 straight. And now Minnesota with the lead. 30 seconds to go, opening half. Lee finds the open man. Pass to Lindgren. He gains the red line, gains the blue line. Lindgren puts on the brakes and plays Ryan McDonagh. Down low for Pitlick. Five seconds to go. 2 seconds, that's going to do it for the half. Folks, it is a 3-1 halftime score. A little bit low scoring for what we normally see in Beauty League. Normally when we come here, there's about 45 goals a night between the 3 games, so 15 per game, maybe 7.5, and we only had 4. So a little bit low scoring. Put 2 on the clock. I'm going to catch my breath. You folks do the same. This is the Beauty League on Flow Sports. Thanks for watching. This is John. And we are back. The teams have switched ends. And as we're coming into the second half, I want to get a quick look. You see our cameras positioned right behind the goal. It was Jared Moe's goal for the first half. Team switch ends. Now it's Casimir Kaskasuo. The whole team is here. A lot of them are running around the building. There's mini donuts in the corner. There's a whole lot of excitement in the building. The kids are being kids, having a great time. But they were all assembled sitting back there. Now we've got a few of them. That jersey, the Minnesota Wild jersey, they were wearing, it's what, a Wild jersey with North Star colors. That is the jersey that they were wearing playing in a tournament, the Brick, the runners-up. And we've got the entire team in the building today. They were recognized before the game. So tip of the cap to Team Minnesota, and representing the state well with a runner-up finish in the Brick Invitational. And that's it's kind of the week of Canada Day and 4th of July, so just a couple weeks ago. So Tradition finds themselves trailing. They had a 1-0 lead. They trail now 3-1. You know it's not too far behind because of Zahat puck and the wide-open style in this league. They might end up winning by 5 or 6, but for right now they have a 2-goal hole to work their way out of. That's McDonagh on the forecheck. Pitlick, Sheehy with the steal. They break it out in front of the benches. Kaiser tries to get past the defender, and it's interesting. There's not full-on hitting, so you saw the defender go over to seal him off. Lindgren had him. He could have crushed him up against the boards, but he didn't even get enough of a restriction to slow him down, so he got around the defender anyway. You're not going to see that come October, so anyway, that's a little indication of the wide open style we have in DBL action. Pitlick right-hand side, 21:30 remaining in the second half. We played 23-minute halves, and if the game's close, they will stop the clock the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. Zucker, he shoots near side, high and wide. Tradition holds the zone. Marooney, patient, plays it over right-hand side, left-hand side. That is Ben Meyers. On the bounce, Zucker. Doctor, his shot gets knocked down, and that's a Minnesota steal. They're working up ice the other way. Zone entry for Sandberg. Goes over the stick of Rao. He runs it down, and now it's up and out of play. Typically what happens when it hits the netting is the attacking team will just back out of the zone. Play continues, no need for a face-off. That's what you saw there. Meyers puts on the brakes. Curly Q down into the corner, and this puck gets stolen away. It's Bros. He's got mismatch. Mismatch trying to give him a target. Instead, Bros is going to have to shoot this one. Mismatch could never really get separated, and Marooney was staying in that passing lane. Good defense there, and that did allow Tristan Bros an unimpeded path to the goal, and Casimir Kaskasuo took care of things from there. Mismatch curls to his forehand, pokes the puck. This one rolls down into the corner. On the forecheck, Sandberg. Down low. Unable to finish is Mismatch. Meyers, pass, Marooney on the bounce. Everybody's got to tag up on sides. Play continues. Bros. Back to Sandberg. Mismatch. Sandelin overlaps him. Mismatch. Into the slot area. Bros for the finish, and a nice save. Kaskasuo got over. Eclipsing the net. Made the save. This is Sandelin. He's got McDonagh in the slot. Bros down low. Backdoor weak side. Puck turns over. This is Meyers. Zone entry for Doctor. Back to Meyers. Left-hand side. Oh, one last pass as you had Zucker hitting Doctor, and the puck got poked away. So our public address announcer, Jim Carroll, is reading off the terms of Zahat puck. So we do expect that to play a factor in this close game. It's not so much of an issue when the games get one-sided, as can happen. This one's close. Mismatch with the shot. Save made by Kaskasuo. Another swat at it, and he got the cover. And a face-off to Kaskasuo's right. Vessel into the spot. 4-on-4 and nobody's going in from Minnesota. Finally, Rao says, I better go take the draw. Play resumes. To the blue line, over to McDonagh. They work the perimeter, trying to get it down to McDonagh, trolling in on the backside. He's got 2 goals, working on a hat trick. Lee. Lindgren out top. McDonagh. He sends this down low. It's Lee. He works Gretzky's office. Rao calls for it. No pass coming. Lee spins away from Copeland. Goes back through Gretzky's office and now down in the corner. He corkscrews himself. He's working against Kaiser. Puck winds up over to Rao. Lindgren knifing his way in. Centering pass, and Rao for the finish, unable to get that one over the leg pad. Beautiful save by Kaskasuo. Copeland plays Ness. Copeland behind the goal. Pass does not connect. Kaiser unable to hold the zone. They're going to regroup. And the puck turns over. Here comes Anders Lee. He's got Kyle Rao behind him. And over to McDonagh. His shot saved by Kaskasuo. We're 6 minutes deep into the second half. A little bit less than 17 minutes to go in this 23-minute half. 3-1 is still your score. And if you've never seen DBL action before, this is a very, very low-scoring game thus far. Tristan Brose in the face-off spot. Tyler Sheehy the other way. Minnesota with the win. This shot snaps off the mitt of Kaskasuo and goes wide. Sandelin. D-to-D, they hold the zone, and nice pass. Oh, that one's stolen. Great job by Connor Kurth. So Sandberg's got USA stickers on his helmet. He must have played in the World Championships a couple months ago. Brose down to Pitlick for the finish. Shovel shot up over the bar. What a great move, but couldn't quite get the shot over the goaltender under the bar. Sandberg plays Brose to Pitlick. Oh, he gets around Kurth. Now he takes a, like a pass, but I guess it was a shot. Puck turns over. Now it's Kurth the other way. He's got Doctor coming in on that left-hand side. Instead, he tries to jam it down through to Sheehy. That one gets deflected away. Play continues. Marooney leaves this for Kaskasuo. Pitlick says, if nobody wants it, I'm going to take it. And that allows Minnesota to gain the zone. Now it's Brose down behind the end line. Sandelin. Pitlick. Little shoulder fake. Pass over to Sandelin, and it deflects just wide of the mark. The left-hand side, Doctor, Marooney, zone entry. Sandberg with the breakup. Trying to head it the other way and get that pass up to Brose. A little too far for him. Now Doctor. He plays Kurth over to Meyers. He gets the puck off of his skates onto his stick. But oh, Ben Meyers! A beautiful snipe. That is his second of the game. Makes this one a 3-2 game. Ben Meyers cuts that margin in half. It is now 3-2 Minnesota leading tradition. This is Ness. Gets down low. Mo makes the save. Folks, there's 14 minutes to go in this 23-minute second half. So coming up on the final quarter, if you will. Not quite there yet. Rao, little spinning move, takes the shot. Kaskasuo in position. Easy save. Kaiser the other way. He's going to skate this one out. He's got Meyers on the left-hand side. Tried to get the pass over, hits a skate, and that allows Minnesota on the counterattack. They break it up ice in front of their own bench. Zucker, comes right back to Rao. He can't finish, however. Another nice save for Casimir Kaskasuo. Right-hand side, Ben Meyers. So Meyers and McDonagh working on the hat trick. Rebound down in the slot area. Chance for Kaiser. Couldn't quite hammer it home. McDonagh, left-hand side. Up to Lindgren, who gains the zone. Passes it to Rao. Bouncing puck. Somehow he's lost his stick, but still playing it is Meyers. Not a lot of soccer played in Delaware, evidently, as he couldn't quite get comfortable. It is fun to watch Europeans that can play the puck with their lower body. I do think that has a high correlation to them kind of growing up by default. Everybody plays soccer, and they pick up other sports as they get older, it seems. Zucker over to Doctor. The shot comes in, saved by Mo. Meyers, whoop, faked himself out, and that allows Mismash to steal. Gains the red line, gains the blue line. McDonagh goes off for a line change. That means the shot's coming, and a nice save by Kaskasuo. Up the left-hand side in front of the penalty box. Doctor to Zucker, but he runs into Sandberg, and now there's a scrum down behind the end line. And a jailbreak. This is Lee the other way. He hits Sandelin. Sandelin races down low. Shot gets broken up. Nice job deflecting it by Maroney. There are 12 minutes remaining. 12 minutes remaining in this 23-minute second half. Zucker on the zone entry. Plays Doctor. Gets to the dot. And a pass. Oh! There's a hat trick for Ben Meyers. What a beautiful pass. They found him over unmarked. Not too far from the face-off dot. And the puck moves faster than the people can. They got it to Meyers, and boom goes the dynamite. That is a hat trick. And this game is tied. Copeland. We've hit the midpoint of the final half, the final quarter, if you will. And here's a breakaway for Honors Lee. Lee gets to the blue line, top of the circle, hashes, and ekes the goaltender. An easy finish. Honors Lee puts Minnesota back on top. So there's three goals for Meyers. There's one for Lee, two for Ryan McLaughlin. And was Tristan Brose, I think, had the other one. Those are the 7 goals scored tonight, and things are starting to heat up. It's hot outside here in Minnesota. It's heat index close to 100. It's mid-90s and a little bit humid. So when Gophers score, the scorers table is playing the Minnesota Rouser, the school fight song, which is quite funny, I believe. Pitlick plays Sandelin. And now the puck pops to Copeland. He's on a breakaway. Ben Copeland gets the goaltender down, but Mo makes the blocker pad save. One more chance. This is Vessel. Denied, and then he couldn't get the rebound home. Yeoman's work down low here from Jared Mo. Kaiser with a shot. This one's just wide and high. Ness out at the blue line, under 10 in the second half. We don't really have overtime. We go straight to shootout. It'd be fun if we get one of those. We haven't had one yet this year. Lee. It's not your traditional shootout. It's a hoot. Hopefully we get to see one soon. Lee can't get through the traffic, and now puck is played over left-hand side. Vessel. Pitlick and Vessel knotted up. Vessel with the steal, gets it to Ness with a shot. Glove saved by Jared Moe. And I want to point out, if he was a skateboarder, they'd call him goofy. This is Jared Moe catches with his right. So most goaltenders hold the stick with their right hand and catch with the left. And Moe is flipped. You kind of wonder if these players that haven't played against him before might be shooting traditionally, thinking, oh, if I go on that side, it's catcher and blocker. And, you know, they're great players, so they probably have played against other goalies that catch with their right. But sometimes you got to recognize that your moves may work a little differently because the goaltender set up a little differently. It's like boxing a southpaw. Bros on the exit in front of the benches, gains the blue line but loses the puck. That means it's Maroney on the counterattack, and Bros runs him down, hounds him, and now Bros has the puck back. Little help positionally from McDonagh, keeping Maroney at bay. Stretch pass on the bounce, picked up by Kyle Rao. Hot puck. Hot puck. Minnesota gained the zone, but now they've lost possession, and it's tradition the other way. Doctor a little too far for Kurth. So 2 minutes went on the board. Goals would count double for Minnesota. Minnesota leads. If they could get one here, it would go from 4-3 to 6-3, and you can see the impact of Zahat puck. Bros zone entry. Keeps the puck on his stick for a long time and eventually plays it over to Rao. Fakes the pass. He holds, working against Kurth. Down Lindgren, and Rao goes off. Bros into the corner. Counters. This is mismatch working against Kurth. Powers toward the goal, but an easy save made by Kaskasuo. Meyers the other way. He hits Kaiser. Kaiser left side. Oh, spins into the slot area. Gets the puck to Meyers. Zucker fakes the shot, makes the pass. Next one does not connect. Still a minute to go of hot puck here. 1 minute remaining of hot puck for Minnesota. Zucker in his final DBL game of the summer. He's going to be leaving soon. One-time Wild player, now under contract with the Arizona Coyote. Kaiser, right-hand side. Meyers, Zucker, Ness into that slot area. This shot comes in high and goes over the bar. Kaiser gets it settled. Plays back to Zucker. 15 seconds to go. Hot puck. Minnesota. Oh, and they get the puck to Lee just in time. He's got a breakaway. This would count double. Lee can't finish. Follows his rebound. 2 huge saves by Casimir Kaskasuo. And if tradition does hold on to win this game, I think it goes without saying, Kaskasuo's big saves at the end of Zahat puck were a large part of the reason. This is Zucker into the slot area. He takes a shot. Mo gets enough of the blocker on it to deflect it wide of the mark. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in a very entertaining opening game of the TriCast. So one of the things that I wanted to mention, we saw those 2 beautiful goals from Ryan McDonagh. McDirty. When somebody asked me what it's like to watch the Beauty League, my response about the biggest surprise for me is the skill level of the big defense. Oh, this is Meyers for the finish, going for his 4th of the game. And now a breakout the other way. Goaltender plays it up ice. Mo plays Sandelin. Pitlick, Rao trailing. Oh, he fakes the pass to Pitlick, took the shot. Just wide, hits the outside of the net. Kaskasuo in position. Pitlick plays McDonagh, and there's a shot, rising shot. Trying to get that one up into the top corner, but a beautiful save made by Kaskasuo. How many times have I said that tonight? So if somebody asks me, hey, what's the big deal watching Beauty League? What did you see? My biggest surprise is the skill level of the defensemen. So when you get players like Ryan McDonagh, Brady Shea, Andre Miller. These are big contract guys in the NHL. They play top 4 minutes. They're not fringe guys. They're solid defenders. When you get to that level, the players are just as skilled as the forwards. They have a different focus. So in an NHL game, maybe you don't see them carry the puck and try some of the moves that they would had they played forward. They might make the quick move, make the pass, and get the puck up ice. Hot puck's on the hot puck light is on for tradition, by the way. So anyway, the skill level of the guys is as high as what you see from the skilled forwards in the Beauty League. The NHL guys like Honors Lee and Getzel, Jake Gensel, Brock Besser, and so on and so on. The goal scorers in the NHL. And it takes the Beauty League to see that, because when a player like Ryan McDonagh comes out here, the stakes are lower. They can fun around. They can try some things that they may not be comfortable trying in a regulation NHL hockey game with 20,000 people in the building and people watching all over North America on TV. So that's the biggest surprise to me, just absolutely floored by the skill level of some of these high-level defensemen. Folks, we're in the final 3 minutes of play. It is 4-3. There's 30 seconds left in the hot puck for tradition. And Minnesota's just going to work the perimeter, keep the puck in the attacking zone. That's a great way to defend that hot puck time. Mismatch down low. Sandberg going for the finish. Bros, he can't get that one through. Sandelin drifting over to the right-hand side. This is Sandberg down. Whoa! The pass gets broken up and out to the neutral zone. First one to get there is Mismatch, but Zucker just wants it more. Zucker gets the goaltender down, can't finish. And the 2 minutes is up. The hot puck lamp comes off. And we're going to play the final 2 minutes, 15 seconds straight up. And as mentioned, it would be stop time in a close game like this. They will stop the clock last 2 or 3 minutes if the game is a close one. There's a nice pass up on that right-hand side. Going for the finish was Sheehy. But a beautiful save made by Mo. Both goaltenders great in this one. That's why the game is such a low-scoring affair. Copeland, Kaiser's up ahead of him. Kaiser with the tip, and another nice save. Jared Moe, 1 minute, 35 seconds to go. We've got a stoppage, but they didn't stop the clock. So, yeah, they finally stopped the clock with 1 minute, 33 seconds to go. Yeah, they do plan on stopping the clock. We don't have many stoppages in DBL action, so. Goaltender still in for now. Sometimes we do see the goaltender pulled in DBL play. Ness out top. Oh, he darts up ice. Puts on the brakes. And overlapping is Copeland. There's a pass looking for a tip. Maroney got a stick on it, and now this is Lee the other way. On the counterattack, he's going to buy some time once he gained the zone, push it down in the corner. There's 1 minute remaining. Folks, there's 1 minute remaining in this 4-3 game, the opener of our triple cast. Nice shot from Lee, save made. Rebound, Aaron Ness. And he goes up ice, stretching it to Copeland. Copeland puts on the brakes. Kurth comes out, fresh legs. Meyers over to Kurth. What a great play by Lindgren to tip it away. Kurth gets it into the slot area. He takes a shot, got knocked down, and now it's Maroney. Goaltender's out. 5 on 4. 5 on 4 for tradition with 30 seconds to go. This is Meyers. Oh, it's a steal from Anders Lee. And with the empty net in front of him, he can't quite get the shot off, but he does gain the attacking zone, and now there's just 15 seconds to go. Minnesota looking to hang on, trying to run the clock out. This is McDonagh. I mentioned those skills that these top defensemen have. Very comfortable trying to play with the puck around a defender. You see Ryan McDonagh leads the defensive push there to run the clock out. And that does it for the first game of the night. 3 goals for Ben Meyers in a 4-3 win. And the player of the game goes to Jared Moe, the goaltender for Minnesota. So they've got to feel really good about how this one played out. No, Meyers had 3 goals in the losing effort. He had all 3 for tradition. It was 2 goals for Ryan McDonagh in a win for Minnesota, and that means the first game's into the book. So we're going to be right back in 15 minutes with the next one. I want to thank you guys for watching. John Connolly here for FloHockey. Game 1 in the books. Week 3, Season 8 of the Beauty League. We'll be right back.